It's a BumbleKast Mini, sponsored by Hannah W.
How are the two of you doing today? Is the weather nice? Just checking in before I get into the mayhem.
I'm doing all right, but the weather kind of sucks. We've gotten a lot of that smoke coming in from up north, so it's pretty gross at the moment.
Sorry about that.
It was raining today, and I was hoping that would wash out the air a bit, but instead it's kind of just like looking outside and seeing mud hang in the air.
Ooh, no, that's no good.
Like, I've never seen the air look greasy. It's like, oh, okay, no. I'll stay indoors, thank you. How about you?
Well, I mean, there's like no clouds or anything. It's a clear day. I guess that's supposed to be nice, but it's also 100. It's also 113. So,
good God, no.
Yeah. The low is in the 80s, 83, and the high is 113, and it's like, that's not nice weather to me, at least. I don't think that's very nice at all.
No.
You're currently under...
I'll keep my greasy air, thank you.
You're currently under an excessive heat warning. Well, I mean, the good news is that I could just stay inside. I don't have to go outside. Inside, it's fine. The air conditioner is working.
You can't. Your shoes would melt to the street.
But going outside, no, it's rough. So to put that in perspective, by the way, that's 44 degrees Celsius for anybody who doesn't use Fahrenheit. Just to put that out there. Yeah, it's a little toasty. So, but I mean, it's a clear day. It's sunny. If you like that sort of thing, then hey, it's a good day for you, I guess. What did Sage get Eggman for Father's Day?
Australia.
I thought Eggman got Sage Australia for her birthday.
Well, she didn't know what else to get him, and she had one on hand, so.
Okay. Why Australia specifically? I'm being asked.
Because Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog has forever infected my brain.
Okay. All right. Also, there's more to it. Like, Canada has just a lot of ice and a lot of polar bears, but it only has a few people, like a few million. Australia has a lot more people, so
it's more exotic.
That too.
A nice little self-contained continental country.
Yes. Australia has spiders.
Think of all the deadly animals that can be mechanized.
Exactly. I was going to say, turn all the deadly animals into robots. Perfect. Would Zomom mistake Pac-Man for a cheese pizza? Would he track down whoever was heartless enough to take the missing slice since it was obviously meant for him?
Kind of depends on the Pac-Man. If we're talking 2D Pac-Man, maybe. If 3D Pac-Man, it would be just like some kind of everlasting gobstopper with shoes.
Yeah.
But either way, he would eat him and then go hunting down the person who took the slice.
Yes. Zomom would eat Pac-Man, and then Pac-Man would probably be like some kind of chest burster.
He eats Zomom from the inside out.
Yes.
Zomom eats his way from the inside out, and then they just become this constantly looping horrible thing.
It's like a Mobius strip of terrifying constant eaters. Terrifying.
I mean, it's just the sound effect changes every so often.
God. Oh, what monstrosity have we created? Oy. Oh no. Was Clutch's design in any way inspired by any characters from Five Nights at Freddy's? I'm curious because his creepy face and golden tooth give me those vibes.
That is an Evan Stanley question, because Clutch is pretty much 100% her brainchild.
Yeah. Well, I mean, creepy faces and golden teeth did exist before Five Nights at Freddy's, so I don't know. But yeah, that's definitely more a question for her. How many Chaos Spears could a Shadow spear if a Shadow could spear Chaos Spears?
Well, as many pickle peppers as Peter Piper picked, because Peter Piper picked to pick up pickle peppers. Where's the pickle peppers Peter Piper picked? I don't know. All I know is that Sally sells seashells by the seashore. The shells that she sells are seashore shells, I'm sure. Never mind that Betty bought a bit of better butter. The bit of better butter Betty bought.
Why is Sally selling seashells at all? Doesn't seem like a thing she would otherwise do. Like, she doesn't hang out on the beach much. I guess maybe she got a new hobby.
It's a self-sustaining income, man. I mean, there's always going to be more shells.
I guess that's true. She's a princess, though. What does she need money for?
Wrong, Sally.
Oh. Boo. That's not a question, but it's on here, so. Since Shadow likes cats, according to a couple of the Twitter takeovers, how would he react if he met Nyan Cat? Would he take it home and keep it as a pet?
No, he would understand that something like that needs to live free and perpetually. So, perhaps he would race alongside it for a little while, but then would let it continue off into the cosmos, spreading its rainbow from its strudeled surface. And every now and again, you'd see him running by going, yeah.
I was going to say, he's probably singing that to himself, isn't he? Regularly.
This is what you wanted, wasn't it, Maria? A chance to say Nyan.
This next one has
slips in the middle of battle. He slips in the middle of battle. Nyan control. What did you say? Nothing. Shut up. Go away.
Nothing. Yeah. All right, minor IDW spoilers for the next question. If Silver can't freely time travel, then how does he time travel at all whenever he is needed in the past? Is he transported to the past against its will? And with what? Chaos Emeralds? Chaos Control? However he time travels, how can he not do it freely? I'm so confused and I want answers. Thank you.
I can't answer just yet. Just be patient. There will be an addressing of that in the future.
Well, is it the future that Silver's going to have to come back from? I hope not. When will then be now?
Eventually.
Okay. I figured it was just flux capacitors. I mean, he's Silver, literally. So, yeah, I mean, the flux dispersal.
I would pay money to see him just strap a flux capacitor to his back and kind of give Sonic this cocky look. When I reach 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious poop.
Sonic's just like, all right.
Yeah, buddy, when you reach 88 miles per hour. Maybe if I'm towing you.
What? Silver's not that slow, is he?
Well, it's kind of hard to nail down because in gameplay, he slows molasses, but in like boss fights, he's able to keep pace with Sonic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know none of this makes sense, and the character speed is not very well established because literally everyone's as fast as Sonic in Classic. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Kind of a weird question, but here goes. Do you think his Shadow would be less angry and gloomy if someone just tried giving him a hug, or would he just Chaos Blast anyone who dares attempt any physical contact with him out of existence?
Depends on who is the hugger. Like, most folks, I imagine, would get a swift punch to the jaw. Amy, I think, got away with it just because she caught him off guard, and it was just kind of like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to look at the scene again. I can't remember now if, as he turns around, if he looks kind of amused that she's really stepped in it this time, or if it's just this death glare. Can't remember how it went now.
Mm.
If it was Scream, though, he'd tolerate it. He wouldn't like it, but he would just kind of endure it until she was done.
Yeah.
Are you better now, Mr. Shadow? Yes, thank you. Go away.
Maybe. I don't know, though. I'd be a little worried about anyone trying to hug Shadow. I mean,
he's very pointy.
He is very pointy, just in general, but still. If Blaze and or Elise had to kiss Froggy, would they do it if Froggy were to turn into a prince afterwards?
Blaze, you might have to convince, like give her an airtight explanation that this is how the magic works, and then she would consent to it for Froggy's sake. Elise wouldn't have a problem. I mean, she's kissed a corpse before.
Corpse of a hedgehog, even. But, I mean, really, does Froggy need to be turned into a prince? I thought he was already a prince.
A princely frog in his own right.
Yes, he is a prince. Froggy is the prince. Big is the king. Froggy is the prince.
We find out that Big is really just the retainer to Froggy. He's been trying to protect the great prince of all frogdom this entire time.
You know, it would not surprise me. Not in the slightest. This just in, a Knuckle sandwich becomes an actual sandwich, and Knuckles himself is the founder and the chef. What ingredients does he use to make the sandwich? Oh, this is a Sonic Boom plot if I've ever heard one.
Actually, pick up the official Sonic the Hedgehog cookbook this October 17th to find out.
Oh! The actual Knuckles sandwich, huh? Finally gonna...
You think you put me on a Sonic cookbook and I wouldn't champion a Knuckles sandwich?
Sounds delicious.
They put out official art of him with a sandwich, and you think I wouldn't use that as precedent to get an official Knuckles sandwich?
And I'm guessing it worked, huh?
You'll just have to read the cookbook to find out.
And our last question. For both of you, what is the most bizarre dream or nightmare you've ever had?
Oy.
I don't usually remember my dreams, but luckily, the ones I have remembered have been weird. Just have some weird dreams.
There's a nightmare I remember from grade school where I was floating through a very empty, starry abyss with the occasional vague shape floating by. And I was approaching this Roman column without a small glass bottle upon it. And I knew that once I reached it, I would be forced to drink it and it would kill me. And behind that bottle, there was this porcelain face mask with this very neutral expression. And I tried to change course, tried to, reverse or turn or something, and I couldn't. I was physically locked into place. And I realized that as soon as I reached that bottle, I would die, and began to freak out. And that's when the mask smirked at me. And I woke up with my head wedged between the bed and the wall.
Ooh!
That one stuck with me.
Oof.
The other one that stuck with me, I am not going to relate that one because that would quite literally get us demonetized. But I sought out a professional on that one because it's like, if I'm conjuring this up in my sleep, there's a problem. We need to address this. It was horrific in the truest sense of the word.
I don't think I've ever had any dreams or nightmares that have made me think that. But
good. I wish not that upon anyone.
I really have a hard time, honestly, remembering them. Like, sometimes maybe I'll remember them for in the moment or a little bit afterwards, but I don't. They kind of just fade for me. Like, nightmares are kind of rare. Outright nightmares. There's one I remember from when I was a kid, which was really weird more than anything. Was just like, I thought there was like someone. I was dreaming I was in bed and I was seeing something or someone moving around in like a laundry basket that I had across the room. And it turned out to be like the school nurse. This is when I was a kid. And I'm like, and it was like kind of freaky. Like, I had a nightlight on in there and then the light was odd. It looked awkward and odd. Like, it was a little off and off-putting. But that's all I remember was like, it was like the school nurse. And I'm like, what? Is the school nurse trying to scare me? I don't get it. I mean, she was a nice lady. I don't know why she would be trying to scare me, but I don't even know why it was the school nurse. It was just some weird dream. It's like, yeah, for some reason, that's one thing I've had, but I've had some.
There was a time.
I've definitely had some like work dreams. Which is very, very depressing when you have to get up and go to work. It's like, I just worked all night. Now I gotta go actually work all day. Damn it. That's a nightmare right there.
Yeah, it is. There's one where it was turning into this nightmare sequence where there was some kind of ghoulies, monsters just kind of pop scaring everywhere. And this was like for the third night in a row. And I was so tired. And in the dream, I'm like, no, screw this. And I just conjured a shotgun and started firing. And the dream continued with, these horrible things popping up and trying to do horrible things. But I was just straight up, blam, 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 going down hallways. Like, no, screw you. I'm fighting back. I will sleep tonight. And that was oddly cathartic. I actually slept that night. And I didn't have the dream again.
Well, that's good. You played Doom or Dream Warriors.
Yeah, pretty much. It went from a nightmare to a Doom level.
It went from a Nightmare on Elm Street to a Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Yeah.
I also have reoccurring locations in dreams where I recognize them. It's like, oh, I'm back here again. And I try to explore it before the dream logic falls apart and I wake up.
Yeah.
Had a little while where there was a new house that was semi-furnished and it was great. It's like, oh man, can't wait till we finally move in here. And I wake up and it's like, oh, it's not real.
Sorry, no Bumble compound for you.
It's funny you say it fades for you because I don't really sleep. I just kind of lie down and thoughts become dreams and they keep playing till I'm awake.
Really? That's interesting because I just don't remember most dreams or they just fade for me. Like I it's hard for me to recall. But for some reason, that one with the school nurse really stuck with me. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it was kind of weird. Or maybe it was like one of those lucid dreams. Maybe that was it. Like I was partially awake. I don't have lucid dreams very often, if at all. So maybe that's what it was. Something like that. Like I very rarely feel like I can control dreams or feel like my dreams even have any sense to be made. I don't know. It's weird. Dreams are weird, man.
Yeah.
They're screwy.
Brain defragging.
My brain is screwy, and that's that, I guess. Anyway, that's been this edition of the BumbleKast.
Thank you to Hannah W. for sponsoring this edition. Hopefully, you have pleasant dreams, along with everybody else who's listening. If you want to have a BumbleKast Mini of your own, head over to patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, or become a YouTube member. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and we will see you next time on the BumbleKast.
You better have pleasant dreams. Yes, that is a threat.